Hello Year 7, I'm going to read through an extract of Act 1 Scene 2 with you today so that you can meet the character of Ariel. This is the piece of Shakespeare that we're going to look at that describes to us what's happened with the shipwreck, with Tempest that's hit the shipwreck, and we're going to have a little look quite closely at what sort of character Ariel is through the work that you're going to do today. So listen to the way in which I say things, listen to what I explain to you as I'm going through, and think about what sort of character Ariel must be. So we've got an extract from Act 1 Scene 2 with Ariel and Prospero. Ariel enters the scene. All hail, great master, grave sir, hail! I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the cold clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel and all his quality. Prospero replies, Hast thou, spirit, performed to the point the tempest that I bade thee? So Prospero is asking Ariel if she has, or he has, I don't know the gender of Ariel, done all the things that Prospero has asked. And the key word there is the tempest, the title of our play, so that we know from the very beginning there is a shipwreck which has happened due to a massive storm, this tempest that has been brought about by Prospero. So now it's clear that not only has Prospero made that happen, he has used Ariel to make that happen. And the way that Ariel comes into the scene, you can see that she is completely devoted to Prospero, and that he can get her to do anything, or him to do anything that it wants. Ariel then replies, to every article, to every little thing. I boarded the king's ship, now on the beak, now in the waist, the deck, in every cabin. I flamed amazement. So managed to spread fire, basically, across the ship. Sometimes I divide and burn in many places. On the topmast, the yards, the bowsprit, would I flame distinctly, then meet and join. Jove's lightnings, the precursors of the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary and sight outrunning were not. The fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble, his dread trident shake. So Ariel's describing how they have managed to go over the ship, they have set a light to it, there has been thunder and lightning that struck the ship as well. And on top of that, there's the discussion of Neptune, the king of the seas, who has brought the seas up around the ship, and besieged, which means to have attacked, the bold waves have attacked the ship as well. Prospero replies, my brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant that this coil would not infect his reason. He's asking who on earth could manage to sustain themselves in that sort of situation? Who's not going to be shocked and gone crazy by this scariness? Ariel replies, not a soul, but felt a fever of the mad and played some tricks of desperation. So some of them went a little bit crazy and did desperate things. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine. So anybody that was on the ship that wasn't a sailor decided to jump overboard into the sea, whereas the sailors have stayed behind, because a sailor should always stay with his ship. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel, then all afire with me, the king's son, Ferdinand, with hair up, staring, then like reeds, not hair. So he was so dishevelled by what had happened, his hair was standing up on end, was the first man that leapt, cried, hell is empty and all the devils are here. So the scene that they found themselves in, they feel like they're in hell, and he describes that hell must be empty because all the devils that would have been in hell are right here now in the middle of this tempest aboard this ship. Prospero replies, why, that's my spirit, but are they, Ariel, safe? Ariel replies, not a hair perished. Perish means to die. So not a single one of them has come to any harm whatsoever. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. So going back to what Ariel said about them jumping overboard, all of the people that were on the ship have jumped ship. That includes Ferdinand, who is going to become key to our story. He's going to be the love interest for Miranda, which is Prospero's daughter. And Ariel makes it very clear that he has not harmed any single person. He has made sure that, in fact, their clothing is even better condition than before he took over the situation. And he has deposited them magically around the island in troops, in small groups, singles or small groups, to keep them separate about the island. And so far, that is all we know about Ariel's mischief and involvement in this scene, and what Prospero is going to do with all these people that he's had positioned around his island.